Hello there, Seraphim17 once again, bringing you the next part in this Fallout New Vegas Dead Money DLC video walkthrough. And as you can see, we've set off the gala event, which is attracting all the ghost people. And don't ask me why I tried to shoot that one then, because I was never going to hit him. It's just fucking stupid, really. And what is left for us now is we can finally say goodbye to this goddamn villa, this dirty, dogger, brown fucking villa. And we can say hello to the Sierra Madre and the majesty that lies within. But before we can do that, we have to go all the way back to the fountain, and there's going to be a shit ton of ghost people trying to stop us. So as you can see, that trapper jumps up, dispatch him as quickly as you can. He's the exact same as all the other ones. It's just a case of I'm using this piece of shit weapon, so I'm making it look a lot more difficult than it should be. I mean, look at this, it's reloading after every shot, and this dude's just not dying. Now he's unconscious, and now I'm going to bash his arm off. Oh, we got a head. That is so random, that, when you smack him on the floor. It's because the game's doing the equations to figure out what part of the body it's going to damage, and the critical randomly dismembers a certain area, and for some reason that was the head, and last time it was the arm, before that it was the leg. It's just another dice roll that Fallout loves to do. So just make your way out of this building and into the courtyard, bearing in mind that there's going to be a ton of these guys trying to stop you. And you're going to go all the way back through the barracks that you originally entered through, and out into this area. And as you can see, the balconies are nice and destroyed, so you can just drop straight down onto this nice path and rush your way down here. And here we go, a couple more of the ghost people, and behind them is a bunch of the cloud that will damage you, so be very careful of that and dispatch these two goons as quickly as possible. Here they come. And for some reason I'm being stubborn and I'm still trying to use this piece of shit weapon. My guy is just not spec'd to use it. I don't know why I'm even bothering. I'd be better with the police pistol. But here we go, backpedaling, shooting, backpedaling, shooting, and one punch cripples my leg. And there we go. This is another example of this game breaking on me. Right now, he can get any free shots he wants on me because my character is refusing to do the action I requested. And it's just a testament to how broken this engine can be at times. And this is nowhere near as bad as what it was when the game first came out. When the game first came out, it was damn right unplayable at times. You could literally fuck your save. It was absolutely ridiculous. And there I go, I grow some sense and I pull my staff out and start slapping happy on him. And there's another one skulking in the corner. He's the exact same kind. And there you go, if you hold the trigger you will do the big swing. But I'm just gonna strafe and slap this guy until his arm falls off. And there we go. Excuse me. It's just a case of retracing your steps, following your waypoint, and getting back there as quickly as you can. And as you can see, there's a vending machine, so if you need to stock up on anything, feel free to do so, because this is going to be the last time we step foot in this villa area. And I don't know if you'll have mixed emotions about that, but I was so glad to get away from this place. It was unreal, because I did not find this part of the game fun at all. When we get inside the Sierra Madre, it gets a little bit better, but there's one part of it that is just fluent bullshit, and I absolutely hate it. And the videos of that section is going to show me running around like a headless chicken because I don't know what to do, but the commentary is going to be telling you exactly what to do, and hopefully with the joys of editing I'll be able to get around some of the problems that I had. So just keep on killing, dismembering, exploring, and just retracing your steps. Because obviously there's no real strategy to what we're doing here, it's the exact same thing we've been doing this entire DLC. I'm gonna give you guys a little insight into what I'm watching as I record this commentary, because I've basically got a program on the television behind me called Nothing to Declare. It's set inside an Australian airport, and it's a documentary. I don't know what season it's in, I don't know how popular it is, it's the first time I've come across it, but the people trying to get into Australia, anybody that knows about Australia, it's notoriously difficult to get in because they don't give a fuck about who you are. If you do not bring something to that country that's going to benefit them if you're wishing to stay, they're going to tell you to piss off. And I think that is a fantastic attitude, because I live in a country where if you have a face, you can get in, and it's pretty crazy when it comes to that kind of stuff. But in Australia, they don't give a shit. They're not going to let you in at all. And the people on this documentary are obviously some of the extremes that they come along, because that's why it makes good television. But at the same time, it's so bloody funny. Like there's this woman that's from some East European country, and she's basically trying to get into Australia, and she's brought a suspicious amount of luggage for the 5 weeks she intends to stay, and her boyfriend paid for the ticket, so she didn't even come of her own volition. And they've basically done these tests that they do when they're going through customs, and they've found heroin on a hairbrush. So now they're basically searching her and probably going to get the latex glove out and go in all the orifices, but she's kind of just saying like, it's not possible, I pack my own bag. And they're just looking at her as if to say, bend over bitch. And I'm finding it really amusing as I glance back between my laptop and the television, so just a little insight. But back to the game here, more ghost trappers, more killing them and dismembering them. There's going to be a little bit more activity than you're used to on this section, purely because this is coming to the end of the villa area, so they're trying to cram as much activity as they can. I mean, look at this. Dude's running out of the woodworks at you. Boom. A couple of headshots and this guy will soon drop. I say that and nothing happens. These dudes are probably the tougher versions of the ones we've been facing, so I'm probably going to get 195 experience from him. And I think I just stood in a bear trap. And is he gonna drop? I've used every bullet and he's still alive. And I've just stood in another bear trap. And I took him out. And no, I tell a lie, he was only 65 experience, he just gave me one hell of a fight. So just retrace your steps, there's a radio, finally figured out what I've got to do. And there's a dude now trying to fuck me up, another trapper. This is probably the most trappers we've seen in ages. I'm trying to turn that radio off, I've just stood on a bear trap, my head's gonna blow up. Oh, maybe it's not. That was very lucky, don't get in that situation. If you were using a proper gun instead of that fucking hollow rifle, that radio would have been destroyed in one shot. But because I kind of screwed myself, it wasn't. And right now I'm contemplating jumping down into that courtyard, but the last time I did it, I got trapped. And obviously I edited that part out. So just be very careful if you go down there, because I couldn't climb the ladder. My game would not let me do it. I don't know if you're supposed to press A or if you're supposed to jump or what, but nothing was happening and I was stuck. So I don't recommend it. So I'm coming down here and I know that, look at that, there's a ghost harvester or a ghost seeker along with that trapper, so I just bolt it because there's no need to stay near that radio, it's just going to fuck me in the long term. And round 2 with this asshole. So, oh, that went a little bit better, must have been a critical hit. But we need to dismember him before he gets back up. And here I go, slap his knees off. And there's one more, there he is trying to chuck a spear at me from 5 yards. Nice and oh, Jesus Christ, there's another one. Slap him, and there's a dude just in that doorway. But fortunately enough, it's just a harvester, so they're nice and weak. So just dispatch them whichever way you want and just proceed. And just be careful of your collar, be careful of the clouds. It's sounding like a broken record, but it's pretty much the mechanics that they're employing in this DLC throughout. There goes the radio, there you go. Nice 13 experience for dicking it. More Madre chips, nice little kitchen knife, various utensils. And another computer to look up, which I've probably already done. And as you can see, at this moment in time, I'm kind of confused as to where I'm supposed to proceed with. I know the balcony leads to a dead end, there's a lot of cloud here, and I don't really want to risk it. But I've got a feeling that that's probably the way you're supposed to go. So here we go, I'll go back through the shop now, check my map, and there we go. It's just a case of going down this avenue, and then turning to the left. So you can get lost, it's ever so easy to get lost, because even the map can be a pain in the ass at times, because it doesn't help you with it being incredibly undetailed. I mean, look at that, it looks like some fucking circuit board or something. It's not the easiest thing to decipher when you're trying to read it quickly. Nowhere to run apparently. But yeah, try and follow your waypoint to the best of your ability. As you can see, I'm having a little bit of trouble here. Back and forth, back and forth. This is a dead end. There we go. I saw the door before, but for some reason my brain wasn't working. And this now should lead us, as we can see, there's the gate where we were before. This should lead us directly back to the fountain. Completely ignore the bullshit collar stuff and run into a cloud. Collar starts beeping. Back on track. Keep following your waypoint. Just retrace those steps. And there's another, like I said, a handful of ghost people, because they're literally trying to stop you from getting to the end of this part. And there we go, a nice little headshot on that dude. Fuck you and good night. And then that dude throws his little thermos flask at me that sets me on fire. Always fun. So I'll just fire a couple of warning shots and hopefully finish him. There we go. But he's unconscious. Oh no, we got the kill. Always good. And I think that the biggest problem with this filler that I had is it's kind of copy and paste design. And this DLC, I mean, we're paying for this shit. You could at least think that they'd make something that's a little less monotonous and a little more creative, because they hide what little design there is with poor lighting and fog. Fog that kills you, which is never a cool thing. And it's the footlocker that we got the automatic rifle from before, which means we're getting closer to where we need to be. And here we are, back at the fountain, and back ready to get the fuck out of Dodge. And there it is. That is the last leg between us and the casino. And it's going to tell you now that you're not going to be able to come back to this villa, but that's absolute bullshit, because you come back at the end of the DLC. And here we are. Finally. In the Sierra Madre, and once again, we're getting gassed. And I mean, you think he'd learn. You think he'd pick up the gas masks off one of the ghost people, put it on, and never get in this predicament again, because for all we know, Father Elijah could be fucking gang raping us. Could have a bunch of friends that come round and have a few beers and then use every hole we have. But I've leveled up, which is always awesome. Display some skill points and we can carry on with the rest of this DLC. So now, the basic gist of what is to follow is we have to restore the power to the casino. Once that's done, we're going to systematically go back to all the companions we acquired, and we're going to have to make a pretty difficult decision. And then it's the final leg of the DLC. And if you're not enjoying it, then there's not much left, but if you are enjoying it, you're going to have a little bit more to enjoy, because this bit can be quite long depending on how you approach it. And I'm going to make it look a lot worse, purely because I couldn't find a key that we need. So just explore these first rooms, but be careful, because there are speakers on the wall, and a couple of them are the ones that you can't destroy. There's going to be various things inside the lockers, Madre chips, so on and so forth, and you're going to get Father Elijah, as you could just hear, telling you various things about the Madre and what he wants you to do. And there it is, that's the end of this video, so thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next